There we go.
Still too short.
Oh yeah, what's going on? How's your booster seat?
It's a pillow, actually.
How's your booster pillow?
It's not quite boostery enough, but I think the way you changed the stuff works.
With the format of this show, because we're going to have a guest, it'll actually bump us up a little bit, so we'll be okay. Mm-hmm. But what is happening, everybody? We've got like 40 people watching right now. No Pants Friday, After Dark. This is the official inaugural beginning of an era, of an institution.
That's a bit excessive.
Whatever, with that attitude, of course. But anyway, what's happened, guys? We are super excited. It's No Pants Friday, After Dark. This is the launch of our kind of new format for the show. It's going to be probably monthly starting out. We'll see how it goes.
Winter time, when people tend to hibernate, we do too. So, I mean, we might do it more than once a month in the winter because,
Yep.
You know, we're home, not going anywhere. And look at that.
Corey, my favorite Corey, 111815 just busted out a $9.99 super chat
to start off the show.
So I got to be like, Corey, why do I love you so much? Because you're my favorite. Corey, you got the cutest baby in the world. And there's your super chat song right there. Whoop, 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 whoop. What do you think about that?
Pretty bad. I was thinking you'd give him the No Pants Friday super chat song.
How dare you? How dare you? Anyway, guys, I know I'm here with no pants on. You, well, yeah, you're not wearing traditional
pants. I have yoga pants on. It's all right. It's like they're like stay-at-home lounge pants, right?
Yep.
Even though I did wear them out in public today.
So, guys, it is so dark, but you know why? Because it's after dark. Okay, so back off, guys, and listen. I think I'm ready for the show. I've got. Oh, I just bumped this. Look at that. I'm already messing things up, guys.
Big jerk.
So I've got some. I've got a beer, and I've also got a little coffee. That should go well together.
Ew. I can't drink coffee this late. I already have problems sleeping. I'll be up until 4 a.m. if I drink coffee. What?
Anyway, guys, so this is our first time having a guest on this software. Mm-hmm. First time having a guest.
We don't have guests very often. I know a lot of people, that's their format in general, is that they have guests every time. And, you know, we just think we're way too interesting. We don't need guests.
Yeah, is that what it is?
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. There's no time for guests. We talk too much.
Anyway, we do have a guest. We're going to bring her on shortly. But just to reiterate kind of what the format's going to be, and this is probably going to shift over time. Like, we would love to have feedback from you guys and to get an idea of like what you think of it. Mm-hmm. If there's things we could do to improve it, we'll see. We're going to ask some questions. We're going to get to know our guest. And then we have kind of a set number of kind of short answer questions towards the end, but we'll also be taking questions from you guys. But we have these 7 questions that we're going to ask every time towards the end of the show.
It's kind of like a la, I said this before, it's kind of like a la James Lipton Inside the Actors Studio, which are really done by someone named Pivot before it was his. He kind of stole that idea.
Pivot!
Yeah, but I'm super excited.
Yeah. Well, what I think is awesome is that you and I have been talking about this for a while, and we thought we were real clever. Like, we're going to do this show. It's going to be like something nobody's ever seen in the reseller community on YouTube, and we're going to be so cool. And then we found out that Star pretty much does a very similar format on her YouTube channel.
Yep. And somebody scooped our very first guest this same exact week that we were going to announce Callie.
So listen, guys.
So basically, we're a little behind the 8 ball. I swear we're not copycats.
And we're so not original. Or maybe
I haven't even seen Star's show that's like that. It's
we could say that great minds just think alike.
I think that's really what the case is.
Honestly. That's what I think. Anyway, guys, we're super excited. We've already got 130 people in the chat now, so that's super awesome. So let's go ahead and bring out our guest.
We're going to bring her out?
Like, yeah, we're going to bring her out. Yeah, she's going to come running out. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this? I don't know if you're going to be ready for this. Here we go. And bam! Oh, she just ducked out of sight.
Hey, people.
What is happening, guys? It is Callie Rasmussen. That's a strong name, kind of like Zilverberg. It's like Zilverberg and Rasmussen.
They're both very, very strong, powerful names for sure.
Yeah. What's up, Callie?
It's a Ussin.
Oh, sorry. Well, no, I like to pronounce things the way I like to pronounce them. So you are from now Rasmussen.
It sounds way more like I don't know, dictator-ish Rasmussen.
All right, I'll call you Rasmussen.
People
Sorry,
call
I
me
apologize.
Rasmussen.
So Callie, as you guys know, or as you may or may not know, Callie's World, she works for Ralli Roots, but she also is awesome and hilarious. And I would say a lot of people love her as much, maybe even more than Ralli Roots. I don't know. What do you think?
I think in some cases she is definitely the fan favorite.
What is up?
No comment.
I don't know. You know, I don't see you rocking the shorty shorts quite as much, but you know.
I got some on right now instead of pants.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, so Paniddles, aka Sandy, is in the chat and says, "Oh, see now Clark West Trading also says Callie's awesome. I got to get this down because as the chat moves, it tries to get away from me."
That's
So
cool.
Callie, Sandy says that she loved your cameo in the Wall Street Journal spot of Ralli Roots.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings up something I wanted to share here. Like, I'm glad we got you on because now you're famous.
Look at that butt.
That's your cameo right there. That's it.
We got you on before it went straight to your head, and you were too cool for school and could be
And
on
we
our
would have
show.
had to like pay you or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nah.
All right, so we'll quit yapping. Callie, tell
What's
us
up?
a little about yourself. Give us a little intro to Callie.
Hi, I'm Callie, and I'm on this channel getting interviewed. And I'm 33. I live in Florida. I work for resellers. I love cameras and video work and comedy and bandanas.
And long walks on the beach.
Short walks.
33, you're like a little baby.
I know. I act like a 10-year-old most of the time.
That's why you and Katie get along, I think.
I can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm very immature, but for good reason.
We love it. We love it. Well, everybody in the chat is like saying all kinds of awesome things about you. Patty's 72
Pat
just
D.
busted out.
Pat D's.
Oh, sorry, Pat D's.
What up, Pat?
Pat D's just busted out a $5 super chat, and Pat says, "For bringing on one of my favorite people, Callie. She's so nice. It's super cool. A friend told me she would be here tonight." Well, thank you, Pat, and thank you, friend.
For sure.
We appreciate it. Anyway,
I love that feature. That's cool.
I know. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. I
I
like
that software feature. It's pretty cool. All right. So we really just had a few like intro questions, and you told us a little bit about yourself way more succinctly than I probably could have done that. So we're going to ask you some like standardy questions.
Okay.
And we'll ask you some more personal questions.
we're going to ask you like straight up front, we're going to get like the boring reselling questions out of the way because it's like, I get it. We're all resellers. We're all somehow involved in the reseller community. So people want to hear a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we want to get past that and talk about more fun stuff.
Oh, look at that. We've got Carolyn in the chat. That's Callie's mom.
That's me.
Callie's mom.
Been promising some cookies. Yes, you do need to get us some cookies, Callie's mom.
Well, real quick before we get to our questions, Callie, can you tell us the special role your mom has been playing this week in the reseller world?
She has been my chauffeur. So she's been driving me to and from work and basically packaging up all of the shipping for me.
So Ryan and Allie are on vacation in like this. Where are they? I don't even know where they are. Peru. Yeah, because they like to travel, thrift, sell, travel. And they're traveling in Peru. And Callie is holding down the fort. And then she went and broke herself.
Yeah. What exactly happened?
I was actually delivering a package to UPS, and I used to go to one location that has sliding doors, and then they changed their hours to like they close at 9 a.m. and they don't reopen till like 7 p.m. So I found a different one to go to, and they don't have automatic doors or a handicap button. And I was holding a 40-pound box in my hands and tried to like grab it with my 2 fingers and like fling it open. And I just had like a sharp shooting pain go up and down my arm, and it started swelling 2 days later. And then I went and got x-rays. I don't know what's wrong with it.
You're broken.
Hopefully it's just a really bad sprain, and by next Thursday I'll be back.
So I see Sandy in the chat thinks just like I do. I was going to say, have you filled out your workers' comp claim yet?
I am a 1099, so I am not
Workers' comp.
No workers'
Ryan
comp.
and Allie are fortunate.
Credit card. As long as I'm just hoping I don't need to get an MRI after the 2 weeks, because that's a lot of money. But the orthopedic guy's been really nice and trying to not make me have to spend money and being honest. So that's cool.
Well, as Reseller Project says, UPS broke Callie, so maybe you can file an insurance claim through UPS.
Right.
I should. They should have like at least acknowledged that I was walking up to the door and like tried to help maybe.
One would think. Our UPS and FedEx drop-off stores do not have automatic doors either. I don't understand that. They really should. There's a reason why. I mean, isn't everybody that not everybody, but a lot of people that walk in the doors are dropping off packages. What's the point?
Yeah. So they're usually big.
All right.
Anyway.
So we quick questions here. How did you get involved with reselling? How did you start getting involved?
I guess just knowing Ryan and Allie, they hit me up one day just to do some shipping for them. And then I kind of saw what they were doing and got excited about it. And then I went garage sailing with them once and then kind of started doing it on my own and then stopped because it got so busy with regular work. And I tried to do my own YouTube channel and it was just too much all at once. So every once in a while, if I find the right thing, I'll throw it up on their account or Ben's account.
And so you actually went to did you go to high school with both of them or just Allie?
Both. We all went to the same high school.
Okay. Then I have a question that's not on our little list. You got to have like at least one embarrassing story about either one of them or both of them that you can share with us that's never been heard on the YouTubables before that our audience would appreciate. Something
That's
good.
A hard one.
That's a hard one.
Well, I didn't like, we weren't friends really in high school. We just went to the same high school. I was a grade above them.
Were they nerds?
And she probably went to band camp.
Were they nerds?
Ryan was a wrestler, pretty boy, you know. Allie was a band nerd. I don't really have any embarrassing stories.
I kind of like the Ryans, you know, does not shock me at all. But Allie as a band nerd is kind of shocking. That's surprising.
It was fun. Yep, marching band.
Oh my God, that's cute. You need to find a photo of that and bribe her.
All right, so you know, obviously you work with Ryan and Allie, but you said you've done some stuff on your own as well. So I think one thing people like to hear about is what is either the coolest or like the weirdest thing that you've ever picked up thrifting that you've flipped?
I think the coolest thing I've sold was a vintage typewriter. It was like a teal green. I don't remember anything about it, but I remember getting it over $100. And I think I paid $15 for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really heavy, but I made a lot of money off of it. And that was exciting. But honestly, I hardly ever do this anymore. I mean, I've found a couple really cool vintage t-shirts, a Beatles t-shirt and a Harley Davidson 3D emblem t-shirt. And those both sold for $50.
All right. Nice.
All right,
nice.
pretty
nice.
good. Pretty good.
Pat is just throwing out the super chats over here. Pat D's. And so let's see. What does he have to say? He says, apparently the Christmas game was fun with Callie. What was the Christmas game?
Oh, her Christmas bonus game.
Oh, that's right.
That was fun. That was
the minute to win it games.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah, I did watch that. I was like, what is the Christmas game?
So another question that's kind of a reseller question, but could pertain to a lot of the different things that you do. You're kind of like the jack of all trades with the Roots. You do shipping, you do listing, you do photographs, you do package drop-offs, you do help with videos sometimes and editing, right? So you kind of do all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What tips or tricks have you picked up from your job in any capacity with them
that you could pass along to people watching right now?
Always look up what you're going to purchase before you purchase it, because the market changes so much, I guess I would say. Because, I mean, Ryan still looks stuff up and people call him out on it. And I'm like, you got to look at the market and see where it is now. So I would say that, I guess. And don't, just because it looks cool to you doesn't mean it's profitable. Because I've definitely been like, oh, look at this. And he's like, nope. And I just put it back down and sulk in the corner.
So Amanda from Clark West Trading says, how do we all find our own Callie? Is there a Callie training camp?
There's not, but we will make some clones hopefully in the future and sell those.
I think it sounds like there's a market for you to start your own training camp, though.
I think there is. I mean, I love my assistant, my friend Dana. I think she's fantastic. But Callie really is a jack of all trades. Dana, you got to step your game up, girl.
I really don't like being a boss.
That's fair.
That makes sense. So I'd rather be the learner versus the teacher. I don't know.
I hear you. Like, I work on my own, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that I don't want to have to like deal with other people and like be telling other people what to do. Mm-hmm. Even though I've been in many positions before where I was the boss, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I was the boss at this ice cream place, and I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't treat people like I was a boss. We were all kind of a team, but there was still those times when you have to be a boss and be like, no, you can't go to spring break because you're the only one going to be in town. And everyone wants their days off, and it's just too much stress for me. I don't like that.
I hear you.
Not everybody's meant to be in management or be the one of the bosses. That, like, not everybody likes that. Like you said, a lot of people don't like the way it feels. I personally don't like having a boss. So I've always either been the boss or been self-employed for almost my entire life.
I like just doing my own thing, not having to answer anybody.
Yeah.
All right. So enough with these reseller questions, but of course, you guys in the chat, you can feel free to ask questions, and if we catch them, we'll put them up. You've been talking a little. You mentioned that you have a YouTube channel, the Callie's World YouTube channel, which I actually have linked down below. And you talked a little bit about doing video stuff. Anybody who's checked out your YouTube channel will probably notice that you have a video that kind of went viral last year. And I think I would like to know the story behind that, because it's kind of crazy.
The skydiving video?
Yeah.
So I went with Ryan and Allie to film their skydiving video for Allie's birthday. I think it was her 30th. Mm-hmm. And so they went up in the plane, and I was getting some B-roll shots of the other skydivers doing these cool tricks. And then one girl just crashed right into the water, and I happened to be filming at that time. And then Allie's dad was there, and he does a lot of photojournalism and photography work, and he was like, you should sell that. So I started emailing some of the local news companies. A couple of them picked it up, gave me like $100 each. And then I uploaded it to this site called Newsflare. They take like 50%, but that got me to Inside Edition aired it, and like a bunch of other news channels, and the Daily Mail in the UK aired it. They added a bleep, which shouldn't have been there because I said no naughty words. I literally go, ooh, and then you hear beep in their video. And I'm like, what is this media? Never believed in me.
This fake news.
But it was cool. I actually contacted the lady because Inside Edition wanted to interview both of us. And then they got her and were like, we don't need you anymore. We have your footage and we don't need to pay you more. So they didn't want to interview me. But I ended up sending a bunch of the money that I got to her to help with her hospital bills and stuff.
Oh, wow.
You're really nice.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, she was cool. She teaches people how to skydive, and she's actually a videographer too. So she'll follow you down with the camera and stuff. She was really cool.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, and I just think, because we had noticed when we went and looked at your channel that it said like, go to this, this video is whatever. You're supposed to go to that link to see if you want to like purchase the use of the video. And I just was really curious about like how that works. Cause it's like, it happens, like people will have like a channel where they have like 10 subscribers, but then they catch something really crazy on video, and all of a sudden they're getting like, hundreds of thousands of views, tens of thousands of views, or even like millions.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you like kind of, I guess, I mean, not to say capitalize, but I love the way that you like kind of turned it around and used it to help her out and everything. So
yeah, it was very exciting seeing my name on TV and stuff. It was an unfortunate event, but she recovered and is jumping out of planes now. So
that means it had a good ending. So that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that video, I watched it and had the same visceral reaction that I think everybody would have watching it. Like, you know, so I can see how
the sound outside that day, it sounded like a car hitting the ground from like falling from 100 feet.
Oh,
like,
man, that's crazy.
Oh.
So Pat D's just did. I don't think I'm able to like put it on the screen with the software, but he did a $1.99. It's like a super sticker. I think it's our first super sticker.
Oh, we've never had a super sticker. We've
Super
had lots
sticker.
of super chats, but never a super sticker.
So appreciate it. Oh, he said, I guess I can click on this. I'm just, I'm loving being able to.
The software is totally new, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. The other part I love about it is that we're used to seeing people in the chat and their little avatars are so tiny you can't really tell what they look like. And now it's like, hey,
I know. I'm like that. I'm like, oh, that's what
she's
Pat looks
hanging
like.
out.
you can see them now.
It's pretty cool.
Anyway, so next question.
So this is a good one. This is one that we're probably going to use more than once, but it was one that we did not give you in advance, even though you got some of the questions in advance. To be fair, we're going to be using a lot of these questions with other guests. So we felt that it was only fair that Callie get the list of questions in advance because other guests are going to know what's coming if they watch the show and she wouldn't. So we didn't want her to be like, So we kind of gave her a little preview. She still might do that anyway, but which is cool. We gave her a little preview, but this is the one of the questions she doesn't have a preview on. But so when did you realize that you were an adult?
That hasn't happened yet. No. Probably my 30th birthday. I cried like a baby and got drunk with my friends. And actually, Ryan was there that night with his best friend, Tony, who's my best friend, Nikki's brother. So it was weird, but I cried. And I had one friend telling me, it's okay, cry it out. And the other friend saying, suck it up. So I had the good and the evil helping me out that night. But I think that was when I really realized that I have to start adulting.
Yep.
But I'm still getting there.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
It's fair.
Moving forward, I think we should add this question to the one that we ask every week because, like, I've talked about this before, and like my answer is it was when I realized I had a conscience, that I wasn't just doing stuff or not doing stuff so that I wouldn't get in trouble. It was like I was actually doing things based on how I would feel about myself as a person, and I was like, oh, I guess that's what adults do. But yeah, Teresa.
My answer from that one is a pretty sympathetic one, actually. I was 26, so I've had my own apartment since I was 16, and I've lived on my own. I was an emancipated minor, so I have, but I've always paid my own bills and whatnot, worked my butt off, and I was a young mom, all that kind of stuff. But I was 26. On my 26th birthday, I came home from work. I was supposed to go out with friends. My friends canceled on me. I came home and my electricity had been shut off, and I sat in the dark and cried because I had no electricity and it was my birthday and I had nobody to go out with. It was pathetic. It was pathetic. I sat there thinking, this is the worst it's ever going to get. It was bad.
Yeah.
And I really felt old too. I was like, 26 is old.
You're like,
I 26 again.
So I think Teresa had a really good one too. When you have to pay for your own injuries, like all those things you just take for granted when you're a kid, and you're like, you don't really think about it, like going to the dentist or going. Our friend Lorna has like a I don't know what's going on with her tooth.
She's got an infection.
She's on antibiotics, and now she's gonna have to have surgery, and it's like something like that. It just like wipes you out, and yeah, when you were a kid, man, remember the good old days?
Yep. Oh, look at him. Oh, that's awful. When I turned 27, my daughter was 6 at the time. She cried because she thought I would die, since 27 to her was really old.
Oh, no.
That's awful.
Kids are fun.
So yeah, everybody says 30. 30 was a hard one for a lot of people. For me, I had the 30 reaction at 26. And 30, I was okay.
Oh, Lorna, it's her wisdom teeth.
Oh, how do you have wisdom teeth in your 30s, Lorna? Why didn't you have that when you were a kid?
I had all 4 taken out at the same time.
Me too. When I was like 20.
No, I was in my 20s. So one more thing with the whole age thing. My sister had my nephew when she was like 19. So she was really young when he was little. But then there's like a 10-year difference between him and the next kid. And then her third kid, my niece, Kezia, she like one day referred to my sister as like my sister being the old mom of all the kids.
Oh.
So she went from being like the young mom to the old mom because she's like significantly older than like all.
Shit. That's a rough one, I think.
All right, guys. Just want to remind you, we will totally take questions from you guys. So if anybody has questions specific for Callie, things you've always wanted to know, she's right here. I think it's kind of funny because she was saying that she was like really nervous and like her heart was beating really fast. And I'm what's up with that? Like, what's up with that? Because we literally, like, yes, we have almost 200 people watching, but Ralli Roots has like 800.
But I'm like all by myself.
Live usually.
Yeah.
It's fine now. It was just like the first hour leading up to 10 o'clock. And then I was okay after it started.
Yeah, we're okay.
All right. Some people are talking about, a lot of people saying 30. 30 was hard.
It's a hard
I
year.
was talking about 30.
I was fine with 30. I was fine with 40. I'm pretty much every year, I'm 44 now. So every year over 40, I really hate. Like, I don't want to even acknowledge my birthdays anymore. And I'm a Gemini. So I like to celebrate for like at least a month. You're a Gemini too, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I love celebrating all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I get a little bit, every year I'm kind of like, well, I think I can go backwards now, maybe.
Yeah, I don't care. I think Callie and I are going to be like the coolest 80-year-olds ever.
Yes.
Because she's going to have like her awesome bandana on. I'll have some
We'll be like the Golden Girls.
Yes.
So Justin Pac-Man, I haven't seen him around in a while. $1.99 super chat, amazing guest and show.
Aw. Justin, thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys. And just so you know, for the most part, I'm not doing super chat songs because I have a feeling that when we have guests on like this, it's probably going to happen more often, and it gets a little bit ridiculous if I'm constantly singing a super chat song. As much as I love doing it, because I do. Yeah.
Lorna says, I'm loving my 30s except for right now. Pat says, just wait till you're 50, Vikki. Yeah, no kidding. I don't want to be 50. A lot of my friends are turning 50 this year, though.
All right, Callie, I got a question for you from Victoria Smith. She says her girlfriend's here and wants to know why you always wear a bandana.
I have a lot of flyaways, and if I don't wear a bandana, my hair just looks like Albert Einstein because it's kind of like wavy but frizzy, and the Florida humidity is just disgusting. And it's cool looking,
and it's cute. What?
Yeah, man.
Tupac.
Have you ever thought about going short?
No.
No, you like having the long hair? You like the?
I do. I might dread it.
She has gorgeous long hair. I've seen the pictures. I've never seen you with your hair down in real life or on a video. I've seen you in pictures with long hair, with your hair down. And she has gorgeous, curly, wavy, thick, long hair. You just never see it because she always has it up like this.
So hard to put up, too.
So Signal Lamp, I'm pretty sure meant to say car, but I like this better. Has Ryan let you drive his Ralli Root cat yet?
I want one of those.
The Tesla?
He's offered. I have declined. I don't have that kind of bank account. So
are you afraid to like drive it?
I am.
Yeah.
I really want him to get used to it and then like go to an abandoned parking lot and let me try it. It's just, it scares me. I don't want to break it.
I hear you. All right. Reseller Project wants to know, Callie. Michelle wants to know, what are your long-term goals? What do you want to be when you grow up?
I really want to get into comedy, but I'm a chicken.
Do it.
I have friends that started doing stand-up comedy in their 40s. If they can do it, anybody can do it. And they were not funny at first. I'm going to tell you right now, they were not. And Tom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but you're not funny. I went to go see 50 of your shows before you got funny.
Well, Callie, tell us what that means when you say you want to get into comedy. Like in an ideal world, what would that be like?
I think I don't know. I really want to do stand-up, but at the same time, I'd rather be like the lead star in a comedy movie.
All
right. That's cool.
Like, big screen.
Well, what about like improv? Have you ever taken like an improv class?
I haven't. I need to. I should do that.
That would be like a good first step, I think, taking an improv class, because I think you'd be awesome at that.
But the thing is, so you already make videos, like you can make that happen yourself.
I know. It's just like an hour before this started, my heart was racing. What's going to happen when I'm going up on stage in front of all these people?
You work it out. You work it out. Stage fright's a real thing, but if you do it enough, you're not as afraid. Like, I can talk to anybody about anything, and I've done tons of public speaking and radio talk and TV and all kinds of stuff. But you put me in front of a podium. If I'm on a podium and there's a microphone, I don't know what the hell happens, but I freeze. I get so nervous when there's a microphone in front of me that I can't speak. And I have no problem talking your ear off. But it's just, it's like a mind over matter thing. Once you do it enough, you wouldn't be afraid, I bet.
I just need to keep coming on people's live shows, and that'll help.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go, guys. Hear that? But seriously, you should like make a movie, though. You could make a movie. You could do like a little indie movie or do a little short.
Like write it and direct it myself kind of thing.
Yeah, why not?
With all the time I have. I'm trying to finish editing a wedding video for a friend, and I should be done by now, but I haven't been able to work on it in a week. So that's fun.
Tell them their memories are just going to have to wait.
It's been like 4.5 months.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good idea. Sunny said just wear your sunglasses on stage. That's actually a really good idea. There's something about that protection. When you think someone can't see your eyes, it makes you feel a little bit more relaxed. It does for me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
I know a lot of comedians that are super self-conscious and very awkward in real life, but they get on stage and they're fine. So you don't have that self-conscious awkward thing. You're just nervous.
I am.
You don't come across that way.
It's because I just hide everything behind humor, but on the inside, I'm like, what are they thinking about me? No, I don't really
I always did like theater and stuff in high school. And, but when I got into college, like there were a couple of speaking things that I had to do. So Borderline Hoarderish makes a comment saying, I got asked to speak at an event of 10,000. I turned it down because I knew I'd do my deer in headlights look and I forget how to move my mouth. And so what happened to me is I was in this leadership program in college, and I was asked to speak at this event at the president of the college's, like his house. Like he has like a house at Portland State University. And there were going to be like all of these like people in politics and like CEOs of different companies. Like Jerry from Ben and Jerry's was there. And like the guy from like Kettle Chips was there. And like some of our state representatives. And I had to like speak, and I was terrified. I was like so nervous about it. But I remember in that moment, like I made myself say yes, because I'm like, and like from that moment on, I've always told myself, if the only reason I have to say no is that I'm scared, I make myself say yes, because it means that like the fear is the only thing that's keeping me from doing it.
Yeah, that's a very valid thing. I mean, I got an award once, and there was this big dinner, and anyway, I had to give a speech, and the speech I had to give was in front of the governor and his wife and 2 senators and 2 legislators, and plus a bunch of people I knew and a bunch of people I didn't know. Anyways, it's probably about 1,000 people. I've spoken in front of more people before, but this particular thing is I had to give a thank you speech for this award. And not only was I so freaking nervous, I forgot, like, you're supposed to thank the formal people that are in the audience. If you've ever done that before, like you're supposed to thank the dignitaries and all that crap. So I forgot like 3 people, which was awful. And then I was super emotional in accepting the award. So I ended up going into the friggin' Oprah ugly cry in front of 1,000 people.
Oh, no.
And that was what they had on the news. So they filmed part of it for the news, and that's what they put on the news. Me in an ugly cry, not only speaking in front of people, but on the news. But I will say, when you speak from the heart, because I'm not good at writing speeches, I have to just go off the cuff. When you speak from the heart and you believe in what you're saying, other people believe it too. So like 75% of the audience was crying too. So I don't feel too bad about it.
That's good.
Maybe they just felt bad for you.
They probably did. They're probably all laughing at me. Oh my God.
All right. Do you want to get into our the next section?
I think so.
Answers?
I think we've done like half an hour. Good questions so far.
All right.
Let's see. Are there while we're doing this, guys, pop in your good questions in the chat, please. Questions for Callie.
Yeah, I do want to say, listen, guys, we really want to get your feedback on the show, because we want this show to be super awesome and really fun. I can already give ourselves some feedback right now. I feel like we're so used to doing the show on our own. It's hard not to get into like wanting to tell our whole story and stuff like that. And I know we've been talking a lot. And so I'm hoping that with the short answers, we're going to like let Callie actually speak a little bit. And so we can hear more from her since she is our guest. And it's just hard because it's always just us. So it's like blah, 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 blah. So let's get into it.
But they're short answers.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like one word, but just
not like a 10-minute answer.
Yeah. I think she was trying to be funny and then went right over my head.
Yeah. We don't know how to do short answers. No. But these we're not answering. These are just you.
All right. So go ahead.
All right. What is your least favorite word?
Panties.
Ooh. That's a bad one. Yeah. She cringes when I say that too.
I don't like it.
Okay, next question. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Steak.
Okay, I want to hear a little bit more about that. What's your ideal steak?
Medium rare filet mignon.
Ooh, you're fancy.
She's a little fancy.
I let my dad buy those steaks.
All right. That's fair. Okay.
All right.
What movie can you watch over and over without getting tired of it?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Ooh. The original.
I have to say which one.
Not the remake.
I'm with you.
How old were you when you saw it the first time? Do you remember?
I don't remember. Probably like 10 or younger than that.
What's your favorite part?
All of it. Probably the beginning scene in the candy shop.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite, I guess.
Oh, it's so
but
good.
I really do love all of it. I love Violet's songs when she sings. Pretty much all of it is my favorite.
Did you ever read the book?
I'm pretty sure I did, but I'm not a big reader, so I probably read it once when I had to, and I don't comprehend stuff very well. So I don't remember reading it.
Well, because I love that movie so much, but I also love the book because it's Roald Dahl. He's like one of my favorite authors when I was a kid. And he actually there was a sequel to it, and it was Charlie and the Glass Elevator, because at the end of the book, and it's in the movie too, but at the end of the book, it like the elevator like smashes through the glass ceiling, and it goes into the sky. Yeah. And in the sequel, it's like it keeps going into space, and there's like space creatures and all this stuff. And I always wished that instead of doing a remake, they would have done a sequel.
The sequel.
Yeah.
Let's make the sequel.
See, there you go.
There's your project right there.
I've got the golden ticket.
All right. So if someone narrated your life, who would you want it to be?
Betty White.
Why?
I love her. She's my spirit animal. She's still kicking. I think she's like 97 now, or maybe 94. I don't know, but she's
up there.
She's hilarious. I love her in Golden Girls. I still watch that show every once in a while just to make me laugh and have fun and good times.
Well, it was going back to the whole thing we were talking about with age. I always like looking at some of these celebrities who started out like pretty far into, like she was like what 50 when she was doing that television show that she did back in the day.
Are you talking about the Golden Girls?
No, she's like 90 something, like back in like the 60s and 70s when she was
a model first.
Well, yeah, that was way earlier, but or like what's his name, Sylvester Stallone, like Rocky. He did that when he was like already 30 or older, and that was like the beginning of his career. So it's not too late, Callie. It's not too late.
I feel you.
30 is young.
33.
Right. Next question. Yeah, she's 33.
Sorry, 33.
What are you interested in that most people aren't?
Zip popping videos.
All right. Well,
like Dr. Pimple Popper, like that kind of stuff.
Yes.
How do you feel? How do you feel about the television show?
I don't have cable, so I haven't seen the show, but I watch some of her stuff. She has a YouTube channel too.
Yeah, because her show I think is on the Netflix.
Netflix.
Oh, maybe I did watch a couple. I watch so much stuff on Netflix. I don't remember any of it now.
All right. So to get a little deeper into the pores, when you see a YouTube video sitting there when it's like the suggested videos on the side, what do you see that you get real excited about? Like what kind of zip popping videos like your favorite?
Probably when it's just like, I don't know how to describe it without sounding disgusting.
Oh, sound disgusting.
It's just like a white, creamy, soft serve comes out.
When they need both hands, both hands and something like it's like this big.
And it just keeps coming, and you're like, where is it coming from? Because sometimes it's just like a tiny little bump, and then like a whole gallon of that stuff comes out. It's disgusting.
Ridiculous. Oh, it's disgusting, but so cool.
I think the crazy ones are where it's like somebody's uncle, and it's like the whole family's in the backyard, and they're like, all right, Uncle Jim, get your shirt off. And they're all standing around with like a big knife. I'm like, it does not seem like it's safe at all. Like a giant hump on his back that's been there for 15 years. You know, that doesn't smell good.
Ew.
No. That's why I'm glad there's a screen in between.
If you could attempt any profession, what would it be and why?
I was going to say the stand-up comedy thing just because I want to and I want to push myself, but I'm also scared to do it. But I think I could do it. You guys said I could do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Totally do it.
I should.
Totally.
Yeah, for sure.
All
right, guys.
Anything else that I wanted to do as a profession?
Yeah.
Actress. You said comedy.
Yeah.
So stand-up actress.
Comedy in any form.
All right, guys, we have one more question we're going to ask. And I know some of you have been asking questions, but it's a little hard for us to kind of keep track of the questions on the side. So if you have something that you want to ask, go ahead and re-ask the question. Rockstar Flipper in the chat.
Decided to grace us with his presence.
What up, Casey?
Yeah. What up, Casey? Actually, Casey helped me test out the software. He was like my stand-in other person to play around with that.
That's a good question right there.
Okay, well, why don't you ask the last question and I'll get to that.
Well, I want to end on that.
Oh, you want to end the whole show on that? You don't want to
Yes.
ask any other questions?
Yes.
Okay, so
I want to ask some other questions before, and then ours will be the last one. Yeah.
Ms. Florida Sunshine says, "What game show would you be super awesome at?" ? 6 times. She really wants to know. What?
Beat Shazam.
What the heck is Beat Shazam?
I don't know what that
Are we
one
old?
is.
Oh my goodness.
Tell us about
Jamie Foxx hosts it with his daughter, and there's like 3 teams, and you have to beat Shazam and guess the song before the time runs out.
Oh, that's Shazam, the song thing. Okay, I've never seen this.
I like it. I like
All
it.
right, I'm gonna have to watch it now.
It's on the Netflix.
On the Netflix.
Actually, it might be Hulu.
Yeah,
One of
whatever.
the two.
You'll find it. You can Google stuff.
Yeah.
There's a question Thrift Raider asked, actually. We didn't ask that exact question.
Okay.
So what is your best personal eBay sale?
Probably that typewriter. I think it was like $215 is what the sale price was.
How much was the shipping on it?
Probably like 15. And I paid 15.
Yeah.
That's not bad. 15?
Mm-hmm.
Must have been either a while ago or it shipped close to you.
It was a long time ago. It was like, I think when I first started working for Ryan and Allie, and I've been with them for 2 years now. So
All right.
time's going by quick.
You actually work like, I know you said that you're a contracted worker with them, 1099 worker. How many hours a week do you work for them?
Probably around 40 on a busy week.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes more, sometimes less. And it really depends because, like, if I don't want to do a lot on Monday, I just get all the shipping done and go home and don't do anything for the rest of the day. Or I'll draft a ton of stuff one day so I have time to relax on a different day. Or if I need to take my mom to an appointment, I can. And then I can just work on the weekend to make up for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just really put it wherever I want. As long as the work gets done, I'm good to go.
So Sandra wants to know, where'd you get the tiki that's behind you?
Old Time Pottery.
What is
I
that?
think it's a store we got here in Florida.
Woohoo!
Florida.
They sell, but it's like I don't know what to compare it to. There's just a bunch of random house decor things in there that you can get. That's not too expensive.
All right.
I think it was like $5.
So Annette's Attic, I think, has a good question. What is your favorite job at the warehouse?
Probably helping filming and editing the YouTube videos.
Okay. So give us a little behind the scenes. Like, how is that? How are those jobs kind of split up between? I mean, I'm assuming Ryan does some of it too, or who's doing what?
With the videos?
Yeah.
Well, since I just went on vacation, I haven't really done anything, and we just kind of started adding me in as the editor and filmer more often. So I did like a couple videos with them before they left. I was gonna film a video by myself, but
I remember hearing that in your last live video. People like, Callie, do your own video.
yeah. Well,
And
I might film on Monday. I've got my dad's gonna pick me up and take me to work, and I'll make him do all the shipping. So maybe I'll film me and my pops.
So basically, in the past, Ryan did more of the editing stuff, and so
he's done all of the editing. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that's pretty cool.
It's fun though. I prefer editing stuff like that versus like weddings because it's just so time consuming. And you have to like tell a whole story and it has to be perfect. And
well, a wedding video means a lot more to somebody than a YouTube video for the most part. You know, you're creating a memory, and I get it.
So it just takes a lot longer to complete it.
So Deb wants to know if you and Ben are overwhelmed with shipping out orders. Or I guess we should ask, is your mom overwhelmed with shipping out orders?
And my mom is a dog that looks just like Mochi right there.
I think that is Mochi from one of the meetups.
Oh, it could be. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's Casey in the background, maybe.
Could be.
I'm not sure. That's definitely Momo.
Well, how many orders do you guys ship out a week on average?
On average, a week, probably at least 100 or more.
All right.
With the eBay stores and Amazon and the wholesale stuff. Lots of shipping.
Yeah.
Lots of shipping. Oh, okay. So Allison, Big Thrift, wants to know your favorite ice cream flavor. Because right now she's working in her shaved ice shack that she bought herself up in Alaska. That's what she's doing. But she wants to know what your favorite ice cream flavor is.
My favorite is blueberry muffin tops. It's served at my old work called Revolution Ice Cream Company. And they make all of their own flavors and they're all weird and wacky. And it literally, it tastes just like a blueberry muffin and it comes with like a streusel crumble on top.
Ooh. She's pretty excited.
That's so good. And I have my own flavor too. That's a permanent flavor at their ice cream shop. It's called Callie's Hotcakes.
Please describe it to us.
It's a pancake batter, like buttered pancake ice cream, and then they top it with syrup.
Oh, that sounds
really good too.
So I get the blueberry.
Visit you so you can take us to the ice cream shop.
Yeah.
I will take you. I will give you free ice cream, even if I don't work there.
She's robbing the place already.
They'll let me.
So Amanda wants to know what's the most amount of packages you've ever had to pack and ship in one day.
Ooh. Probably last year. I think there was one day where there was like 80 packages.
That beats me.
I don't math very well, nor do I pay attention to how many items. I just get it done. But I would say probably about that much, like Q4 last year, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Mine was when we came back from Rhode Island this year. I had to ship 62 packages. It was just coming back from vacation. So, you know, I had the extended handling time, so I didn't sell as much as I normally would, but 62 packages in one day it's
a lot.
It was from a 10-day period, but I had to ship them all in one day. You know what I mean? Right. So I was like, what the frick? It took me all damn day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So Jasmine Marie wants to know, are Ryan and Allie really that nice all the time? LOL.
I don't see them as often as you'd think I would, because I get there real early in the morning and they like to do their like workout and go thrifting in the morning and then show up to the warehouse like as I'm done with the shipping and going home for the day. But yes, they're really nice people. I love them.
Well, I would think that that's probably like something to do with the YouTube channel. It's like you just kind of assume because anytime you're there for a lot of the lives, and so it just kind of seems like you're just around with them all the time.
Yeah, a lot of people think I live with them, but I do not live with them.
You have your own home?
I do.
You don't like live in the closet and they pull you out when they need you.
I do stay at their house occasionally.
Take care of the doggy, right? Do you take care of the dog in the house?
Every once in a while. But I've got 2 dogs and 2 cats at my house, and I need to help my mammy take care of them. So I think
my assistant, I guess, not her assistant, but whatever. She's the house sitter, dog sitter when we go away too. So it's like
that's perfect.
The best because it's somebody you already trust. And
speaking of pets, Jean Allred wants to know, Callie, can we see your cat?
I already put them to bed.
What? That's crazy.
With all these wires and stuff and their kittens, and this is Ryan's microphone and Ryan's camera, and I don't want them to come up in here and chew on the cords. Plus, we keep them locked in the office at night so they don't tear up our house.
Good call. Good call. So Casey wants to know how much for an autographed bandana, and I think you should shoot for the stars, Callie.
Just show up to the warehouse with an Einstein's bagel with bacon, egg, and cheese.
Oh,
that's pretty cheap.
I know. He can pull it off.
It's on the way. I know where you live. He actually lives in the neighborhood I grew up in. Isn't that crazy?
Really? Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
He just never told. So she sells resale. Says, who is your reseller crush?
Oh, Deb. Good question, Deb. I don't know.
I don't really watch a lot of y'all.
You're supposed to say me.
Yeah, say her.
Kidding.
No.
I can't even think of anybody.
Yeah.
They're all taken.
Yeah, they're all taken.
Bonafide. Bonafide hustler.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
Chris. Aquaman.
All right, we got all kinds of questions in here now.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, borderline hoarderish. What's the last book you read? You're good at remembering people's names. Me, not so good. Last book you read? Do you know?
No. I just read something.
Like you don't really read a lot, so
it was a Jodi Picoult book. I don't remember what it was called though.
All right. Okay. We're getting close to the end here to our final.
Let's do one more question from the audience, and then we'll do our last question. Let's see.
Let's see. I'm looking. There's so many people in the chat that I'm like trying to make sure I see everybody's questions. Oh, this one. I like this one. Ms. Florida Sunshine would like to know, what's the craziest thing on your bucket list?
Do I need to make one of those?
Well, you're kind of young. You don't really need one yet.
You're pretty adventurous. You do lots of different stuff. So, like, is there anything kind of crazy that, like, you really want to do someday?
I think I used to be really crazy and adventurous, and then, like, you break parts of your body and you don't want to do scary things anymore.
Or you watch somebody's face plant.
Yeah. I broke my nose in Tallahassee going downhill on a longboard. I also jumped on a longboard on my stomach going downhill with no shoes on and dragged my foot to stop. So my college years were fun. And I've been skydiving. I guess I would say traveling more, but that's not crazy.
Well, what is there like a one particular place that you really, really, really like? If you had to pick only one place you could ever travel to ever again outside of the U.S., where would you go?
I've never been anywhere outside of the U.S., but I really want to go to Australia or New Zealand.
Why?
Bugs, big bugs, big
I
bugs.
just want to listen to people talk. Is that bad?
No, I love accents.
I love accents. I love the beach. And I love Moana. So I don't know.
There you go.
I want to go somewhere. I'd really go anywhere if you took me.
All right. So apparently we have to take Callie with us somewhere.
All right.
So real quick, Allison said, if Vicky brought you an Einstein's breakfast bagel, oh, never mind. She threw it away.
So you're not going to get this, but when Allison came to stay with us for eBay Open last month, she bought an Egg McMuffin one night. We came and went to the McDonald's at like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night on the way home. And she bought a couple and then she put one in the fridge and I threw it away 2 days later and she went to look for it and it was gone. And she was really mad that I threw away her Egg McMuffin and she won't let it go.
It was like 36 hours. It was still okay.
I don't like reheating stuff like that.
See,
I thought it was gross. Therefore, I thought she would think it was gross. So I threw it away.
By the way, Allison, you made Lorna laugh and you caused her a lot of pain because of her wisdom teeth that are hurting her right now. So I guess congratulations on injuring Lorna further. All right, let's ask the last question.
All right, this is the last question of the night. Callie, you've been an awesome first guest.
Thanks.
Thank you. This was fun. What is the funniest joke you know by heart?
This was hard. I don't know any by heart, so I had to like Google. But I think I have it remembered now.
Okay, go for it.
No, I don't look at it. I think the worst time to have a heart attack is during a game of charades. No? Good? I don't know.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty
I
good.
had another one, but my mom said don't tell that one.
Oh, now you have to tell it. Now you have to tell it. Sorry, Mom.
Tell the one Mom said don't tell.
Come on.
Why did Susie fall off the swing?
Why?
Because she had no arms.
That's
knock, knock.
That's a good one.
Knock, knock. Not Susie.
I like that one. I like both of those.
See, I'm a big believer in if your mom tells you not to do something, you probably should do it.
Yeah, sorry, Carolyn. We corrupted your daughter.
She corrupted me.
There you go. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us with our very, very, very first No Pants Friday After Dark
interview edition.
The new edition. Again, we would love to get your feedback. I mean, I think this was our first kind of go around with this. I think I definitely think that there's things we can do to improve it. But basically, bottom line, we just want it to be super fun and just something we can do on a Friday night.
So you can get to know other people in the reselling business on a personal level. Get to know their personalities a little more, not just what did they sell, how much money they make, how long have they been doing this. Same questions everybody asks, and yes, that stuff is interesting too. But I think it's kind of funny to get to know somebody that.
Of course, we kind of already know Callie's silly, quirky personality, so
I know.
We kind of cheated on the first episode, I think.
Well, because we knew you'd be fun.
I hope I was fun.
You were fun.
You were fun.
You were fun. Yay. Anyway, thank you so much, and thank you to all of you guys for coming and watching. I know some of you probably have never watched our show before because maybe you came here because you heard Callie was going to be on. So if you enjoyed the show, we'd love it if you'd subscribe to the channel.
We had a little over 220 people watching at one point, which is pretty good for a first show at 10 o'clock on East Coast on a Friday night.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. That's about where we end up, as around 200 is where we usually cap off at our, we only have 7,400, viewers in general. So I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, and have fun this weekend. Get some work done, maybe, but also do fun stuff. And we will see you later.
We'll see you on Sunday.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.